Yesterday's first actual CS2 update added in a whole load of exciting things, like the new CAZE with its new skins and the kukri knife. We got arms race back in the game finally, this new icon thing to show that you play the game a lot, and a lot more along with some changes and fixes for the game. But I think my favorite part about all of the new and remade stuff is the arms race maps, baggage and shoots, because not only do they both look insane now, but baggage has some really unique features we've never seen before. Starting off with the shoots map first, if you ever played this in Counter-Strike Go, you'll know how boring and bland and just really not good looking this map was. Now, even though it's about the same, it looks stunning. Like, it actually looks stunning. Like look at the hut over here, for example. Like, this hut's actually like got a cool interior. Anyways, like I said, the layout's about the same, but there's a few things that are a little bit different that are kind of cool. First of all, rip to everyone whose PC might not be good enough to render the water, but there's water that goes throughout the entire middle of this map now. And well, I mean, I love the water in CS2. The Source 2 water is absolutely amazing in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people who, like I said, might not be able to render this or might lose FPS because of this if they don't optimize it well, so we'll see how that plays out. In the middle here, you have these little candlelight sources. They don't give off shadows or anything, just a nice glow for like these under the top area parts. But if we actually come up above to these top parts now, you'll see the little huts that used to, these like little wooden huts used to be on Go, I think. They're now very open cement structures. So you have different peeking angles from here that you kind of had in Go, but a little bit more open, I would say. And this is basically like repeated and flipped on the other side. So you have this same type of structure over there, and then you have this like more closed off actual hut feeling type structure on these two sides. And these also feel about the same. You have this big opening here on both sides. It's actually a little bit smaller on this side. And then you have the two windows that are a little bit farther out. But yeah, I would say this spot right here is definitely a little bit more of an advantage because you can get farther out onto spawn. This peeking angle is actually really OP. Besides the normal spawning where you're up here on the ground, maybe you can also spawn up here on this little raised part. This is definitely a lot more out in the open than it used to be. You can drop down both here and here. It doesn't look like there's any way to get back up. So once you drop down, like it also was in Go, you can't get back up. But that's about everything with Ancient. It looks really good. There's no crazy features like I'm about to show you guys on baggage, but just wait till you see those. Before I get into that, let me take a quick break so I can pay for food and give a shout out to today's video sponsor, SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is hands down one of the best bot trading sites you can use with Counter-Strike skins. Say you want to upgrade some of your current skins to get something better, this would be the perfect site to do that with. You can also straight up buy skins too, and with their 35% deposit bonus plus my code, it gives anyone quite a nice balance to work with. There's even free giveaways you can enter and rewards for completing simple tasks on the site. Get started with a free $5 using my link in the description below. I know those ads get a little bit annoying, but I gotta pay for food somehow. Anyways though, moving on to baggage next. This map it feels very similar, but it's actually changed a lot. The first thing you're probably gonna notice is that there's these like walkways up way up high, way higher than you ever used to be able to get up to before. And then you'll see the ladders too that look like they're too high to get to, but you can actually get to these. So if I go onto this side, for example, and jump over here, I can jump onto the ladder and it will actually bring me up to this crazy high catwalk. Now, surviving up here is going to be crazy hard, but you do have this little football or soccer ball, whatever you want to call it, if you want to go up there and grab that. And it looks like if you have actually decent movement, unlike me, you can jump all the way over to this other side. Hey, I did it. Anyways, you might be like, other side. Yeah, this whole area is new too. This whole back room here, this staircase, this never used to be here. But basically now, if you go back into spawn here, just so I can make this look normal, on the left side of each spawn, you have this staircase that takes you up to this room. It's like another higher spot, higher angle you have on the map. And that's also another way you can get up here to this high catwalk. But then you also have this back room here that connects into this corridor that, you know, never used to originally have this, which is kind of interesting. But it's partly like that because as a CT player or an enemy player, you can come up here, jump on top of the vents, and just beam kids as they come out. This is honestly really fun. I was already doing this. Definitely a cool new way to play this. Let's see how you can actually go a pretty... Oh, there's actually some sneaky spots you can go and do from right here that I don't think people know of yet. But yeah, so this is basically the same on both sides. Just like the other map, it's the same but flip-flopped. But that's not the only really cool thing about this map. You'll see it has these conveyor belts here, and on Go, these did absolutely nothing. But now there's this control room down here that you can actually interact with and go inside of it. And if you do that, I mean, not only is there this cool little keychain thing that could be, you know, indicating that keychains are coming for skins sooner or later. Because I mean, like, look how good this thing's animated. Like, this thing's quality. But the main thing here is you can actually turn on the conveyor belts, which is insane, and then you can rotate their direction because, you know, both sides can either go up or down. They're not all the same. The reason they're not all the same and why you can change that is because, yeah, the conveyor belts actually move now. So if you turn them on and they're going down, you'll see walking up, it's super slow. But if I try to go the other way, I go crazy fast now. So coming onto the other side of the site where you're going up, look at this, look at this. If I run and jump, it's like, oh, I didn't even think about that. You can run and jump onto the ladder to go to the up high part. Yo! But yeah, my original point there was you can jump around and do like trick shots and whatnot. Like you can go flying off this as if you're like boosting off of a teammate and just, you know, pew! I think this is absolutely awesome to mess around with, but you know, some players might not like it. So besides the fact that, you know, you can turn it off from in here if you want to, there's also this button on the outside so that anyone can kind of turn it off really easily. So do just keep that in mind if you do want to have some fun with these, because turning them on, they might not always stay on. Anyways, that's about gonna wrap it up for this video. If you haven't checked out Arms Race yet, I highly recommend it. It is so much fun, especially on baggage with all these crazy new features and ways you can play it. If you did make it this far in the video, definitely make sure you guys drop a like and of course subscribe if you're new. And yeah, with all that said, now whatever video is showing up on your screen, the YouTube algorithm thinks you might like. So do me a favor and go check it out.